Yo, what up? This is how I lost this morning on the S&P 500. It was CPI day, and usually I wouldn't trade, but I don't know what I was thinking. I wasn't thinking at all. I kind of just woke up and threw all the discipline out the window, and this is what happens when you don't follow your discipline, you don't follow your plan, you don't follow your rules, you end up losing over stupid stuff like this, right? And honestly, it does not make one bit of sense why I entered this trade. Um, I guess I'll give you a rundown of it. Essentially, I had a bearish bias. This was the CPI candle here at 8:30. We just absolutely dumped straight up, like what, 75 ticks down, 72 ticks down, right? All the way down there. And before that, though, we were in a pretty, I'd say a bullish uptrend, right? So we were in like a pretty bullish uptrend. I don't know what I was thinking here. Um, I guess that market would continue to follow the data of the bearish news data right here. Because green numbers are bad for the market, red numbers are good for market. It's like the opposite of what you would usually think of how it is. But so that was bearish news. Honestly, I thought we would kind of continue like that the whole day. Sometimes I've seen CPI news candles that are just like, that creates just a massive, like, couple 100 point tick. On NASDAQ, what, we had like a 200 points, 300 almost, 250, something like that, something crazy like that. So you can't just go off of the news, right? You cannot just go off of news trading. Trading news is literally gambling, right? And tomorrow we have PPI, so I'm not going to trade tomorrow either. Friday we'll try and come back and see what we can get. We have core retail sales at 8:30, but PPI is not a good one you want to be trading either. So tomorrow I'm going to take the day off. But yeah, this is just me showing you why I lost. I'm telling you straight up, like, I'm just being vulnerable here. Like, I lost because I was an idiot. I'm being stupid. Essentially, we kind of swept out. There was like hourly lows down here to the left a little bit. All right, so we swept those and then got a reversal play up. We were close to coming to getting these, which is honestly what I thought we were going to do. That was what I was looking for. I thought we were just getting, like, a slight little retrace to the upside. We see a break of structure right here, but there was no liquidity sweep. There was no liquidity sweep. We would have to sweep out if we wanted to move this here. Whoops. If we wanted to push down, we'd have to sweep out a high first. So, like, we'd have to sweep out. The only other high was like up here, and right, we haven't even got there yet, and it's 8:30 at night. So if I wanted to short, I would need that to see that swept, right? Honestly, it was a stupid trade, and I'm gonna sit here and admit that. I'm not gonna sit here and say, that was a great, that was the best of my abilities trade. Like, no, it was just a stupid trade, and I just threw all the discipline out the window. So Friday we'll come back and we'll put that discipline back in action and say, look, like, if I don't see a setup, I'm not taking it. Basically, I kind of thought, we're retracing up. We swept out this liquidity, getting a little retrace, break a structure right here, disrespecting of the fair value gap. There was two fair value gaps that we disrespected. I was like, yo, this is going to the ground for sure. Nope. Didn't even hit this. I think this is my first take profit right here. 20 points down. Didn't even hit that. So, honestly, it was just a stupid trade. And I learned from it. You know, can't do much else. Can't get emotional. I'm not going to sit here and, force gamble trades and start getting emotional. Just learn from it and say, hey, like, I'm not going to be an idiot and trade CPI news data again, ever again. Or PPI news data. CPI, PPI, FOMC, NFP. Stay away from those. Don't ever trade those. PMI, another one. You got to stay away from those. Otherwise, you're just going to end up getting screwed. You're going to end up screwing yourself. And it's just not going to be a good trading experience. So, yeah. Uh, didn't do anything on Nasdaq. It was basically moving the same thing. The CPI news data. Market looked, yeah. I waited, I waited and waited and waited to take a trade. I took a trade at 10 a.m. and I was like, yeah, I feel like this is just a bad idea, and it was. So Friday, we'll see what we can do. If we don't get anything, we don't see any setups. I'm not gonna force it. Taking tomorrow off. It's PPI. So that's what we're gonna do. Yeah. Thanks for watching, and don't be an idiot and trade CPI like me.